more storage, which is like, I think that's a big difference between apartments and like houses, like suites, is we get a lot more storage, that's for sure. Plus we have raised ceilings in the kitchen for some reason. I think it's because upstairs their kitchen goes up higher, but it means like we get a bunch of storage. Like I have so many containers up there. Another thing about living in a house is like, the reason I have this towel here is because it gets kind of loud upstairs or when I'm cooking things, because you know the kitchen's right here, and I mean the sound travels like up the staircase there, because this is where my place cuts off. And you know the place wasn't designed like an apartment building would be, which is like way more distance in between the floors, or at least better sound prevention of sound carrying through it, whatever it's called. Something I almost forgot to mention is some of the artwork was already here like that, being furnished, but of course I brought the nice stuff in that's like more expensive, and I mean you can only get this in a few places, you guys know that. So that one's been up there for about a year now, just in the corner. Probably the best thing in here. There's definitely some blank areas like on the wall here, but in a few months I'm planning to move out of here, so I don't want to put too much stuff up and then have to take it down when I leave. So let's move off the kitchen to the right. So this door on the right goes upstairs, so I'm not gonna go in there, but on the left here, these are actually brand new when we moved in, so that was awesome. And one time I dropped a sock over here, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get that back. Rest in peace, sock. So this right here is just the boiler room. There's always spiders in there, so to be honest guys, we're not going in there. On the left is my roommate's room, which like I said was fully furnished. So this is like what the room looks like, because my roommate doesn't have any stuff in here. This is what it looked like when we moved in. So it's pretty awesome actually, which you don't get this in like a lot of apartments. Stuff is not furnished, and that's a huge pain when you move somewhere and you have to furnish it, and then at the end of the year when your lease runs out, then you have to move out and get rid of all your stuff or sell it. I know it's kind of dark in here, but yeah, so they came with these things that are built in to the walls and double closet doors. Was good, homie, was good. One thing to mention is you can kind of see it already. It's about 4 o'clock. The sun is just going down, but it's already kind of getting dark in here, which is normal. And when you have an apartment, especially with big windows, you will always have light if you're facing the right direction. We don't have a basement suite, but we're on the ground floor, so sometimes light does not get in that well. This is something great living with a roommate, is the bathroom has 2 doors. So like that's my room there, and there's one door here, and then there's a door in a bathroom on that side, right? It actually works pretty well, besides the fact that my last roommate, every time he went in the bathroom, he would lock this door, and then when he left, he would leave it locked. So all the time in the morning, I'd be walking over here, walking to his room, and yelling at him, and then going in the bathroom. To be honest, I'm guilty of locking it on myself sometimes, so that's kind of sad. Since my last roommate moved out, he actually left one of his signs behind, which is right over here. And I was thinking, what do I do with it, right? So the only answer was to put it in the bathroom to make our guests feel as uncomfortable as possible, right? I think it's just the perfect place, to be honest. But yeah, pretty much in the bathroom. It's a nice bathroom, but since like we're on the ground floor, there's just a fence out there, so it's always dark. It's always dark in here, to be honest. In the shower, there's 2 shower heads, which is pretty awesome. I saved the best for last, which is my room, which is right here. This is the front door right here. So when you come in, we actually have a bunch of storage here. And no, you're not allowed to make fun of me for how many shoes I have, okay? Done deal, you're not allowed. Dude, I have enough shoes here to pay rent, okay, for 2 months. But I'm thankful for this closet, because I know apartments downtown, a lot of them don't have like closet space at the front, so they just have coat racks in the hallway, like at the front. So even though we have a good amount of storage, like we don't have storage for everything. So right here for my lighting, I kind of just have it sitting here, because I mean, like I can fold these up every time I make a video, but I do that a couple times a week, so, which is unfortunate. I don't have room to like save these, but this works. This works for now. Just chilling here until I like trip and stab myself. Then I'll have to move them. Going into my room here. And so right when you walk in, you kind of notice that I have my blinds closed. And this is something I want to mention really quick is if people are thinking about getting an apartment versus getting a suite, there's good things about both, but one thing about getting a suite is most likely you're in a basement or you're on the bottom floor like I am. So let me just show you what happens when I open my blinds here. The thing is, like, if I open these and my landlord is standing right there, it's kind of weird. Are they? No, they're not. But my point is that right there is the staircase, that white thing right there. That's the staircase for the guys to go like in their house upstairs. Meaning a lot of the time I keep my blinds closed, which kind of sucks. And it's not super bright in here. That's why I have these, but they get in the way all the time. Anyways, my room, so I have a queen bed, I think, in here. I've got my take the risk or lose the chance poster. I actually made that myself and printed it. See, AJB, that's me. Got the double mirrors, beautiful. Ow, I just stubbed my toe. Ow. I was just about to say something good about having a raised bed is you can have storage for other things underneath like I do. But you also have the wheels right there, like, oh man. Let me hide that. I'd say this room is like 10 by 10. Then we have my closet here, which is just like the other one. Got my suits and stuff over there. Hats up there, all my clothes. Then on the other side, we've got all the stuff that I want to hang up. So my scarves, because you know how it is, I got scarves. Another thing about this place is like every light bulb is yellow and the rooms are actually yellow, which you can probably tell, which is not the nicest color. But I mean, hey, I'm not gonna paint their walls. I got some YouTube rules that I follow. And then I got my reminders, etc, etc. So at my desk here, I got this stand from Amazon. It was like $50 Canadian, so it was actually a really good deal. And even in here, I've got my iPad, first generation. This is the oldest iPad in the world, I swear to God. And then in the back, of course, we have to have the books so people think I'd be actually reading stuff when, you know, I just buy them all on audiobooks. So I know I kind of went on a tangent about the stuff in my room, but I like my stuff, what can I say? I think we got a good bang for our buck on this place because like I said, everything came furnished already, and that includes forks and knives and plates, so we didn't have to worry about any of that. So if you're moving from somewhere else to Vancouver, I mean, to be honest, I would suggest moving and getting a place that's a suite because they're, well, it depends, but they're more likely to have, you know, everything furnished and you have less stuff to worry about. But you also have to deal with landlords closer, right? More closely, you got to deal with your landlords. And if you're lucky, you get landlords like mine that are literally the nicest people ever. They even gave us like extra cleaning supplies and light bulbs for the lights when we moved in. But there's also horror stories about, you know, people getting landlords that aren't that nice and actually making stuff worse for the tenants, which like that's actually pretty normal. So you gotta get lucky. I'm gonna end the video off here. Hopefully my landlords don't think I'm a crackhead yet. Who knows, but better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna end this one. Hope you guys